Welcome to the lecture on complex analysis, probability, and statistical methods. In this lecture, I am going to discuss about small samples. When the sample size is less than or equal to 30, we can call those samples or called small samples. So in these small samples, the first concept is students t distribution. So first we will see what is meant by students t distribution, or we can call it as an t distribution also. The test of significance for small samples. The first concept in the students t distribution is we have to know about the degree of freedom. The degree of freedom is defined by the number of degree of freedom, or we can denote it as d dot f, is usually denoted by small v, is the number of values uh, in a set which may be assigned arbitrarily. Example, suppose that we need to find three numbers whose sum is 25. Say for example, I am taking the three numbers like a plus b plus c will be equal to 25. I am taking, that is, to find the values of ABC such that a plus b plus c is equal to 25. So we'll see how to find the values of ABC by assigning the arbitrary values for the degree of freedom. So we can arbitrarily assign values to any two variables out of ABC, and hence there is a degree of freedom. So if there is n observation, so the degree of freedom will be in terms of n minus 1. For example, the problem contains 10 observation, the degree of freedom will be there 9. So now students t distribution. Sir William Gossett, under the pen name students, derived a theoretical distribution to test the significance of a small mean, where the small sample is drawn from the normal population here. So formula to estimate the values of the t distribution. So the formula t is equal to x bar minus mu by s into square root of n. So where this x bar is nothing but mean of the x values, mu is nothing but the population mean, n is given by number of observations, so it will be given for given problem only, and s is nothing but standard deviation. So note, if modulus of t is greater than t.0.05, so the difference between x bar and mu is said to be significant at 5% level of significance. So this 0.05 represent the 5% level of significance there. Similarly, if modulus of t is greater than 0.01, the difference is said to be significant at 1% level of significance. So this 0.01 represent 1% level of significance. This is called t distribution table. So this can be useful while solving the problem. So this column represents the degree of freedom, v value, and this is nothing but the significance level, that is 5% significance level, 1% significance level with respect to the one tail test as well as the two tail test. So for example, I want to find the value of t of 0.05 at 5 degree of freedom. So the value will be like this only. I can take the 0.05 is given here, and the 5 degree of freedom is given here. So the value of t of 0.05 at 5 degree of freedom is 2.015. So like that only we have to choose the values while solving the problems related to the t distribution. Example, find the student t for the following variable values in the sample of 8, minus 4, minus 2, minus 2, 0, 2, 2, 3, 3, taking mean of universe is 0. So you are given that the actual mean mu is given by 0, and the sample of 8 they have given. So the value of n will be 8 here. So the degree of freedom will be 7, we can choose it. So and the values of x is given like minus 4, minus 2, minus 2, 0, 2, 2, 3, 3. So from this we can estimate the value of the x bar, I mean mean of x, and standard deviation we can estimate. So now we shall estimate the values first. So the formula for t distribution is given by t is equal to x bar minus mu by s into square root of n. So by the data we are having mu is equal to 0 and n is equal to 8. So x bar will be equal to 1 by 8 minus 4 minus 2 minus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3. So on simplifying this further, we'll be having the solution like 1 by 4 into 0.25. So this x bar is obtained by summing all the x values divided by the total number of observation, that is n value. So next is standard deviation. So x square can be estimated by 1 by n minus 1 into summation I from 1 to n xi minus x bar whole square. So first we have to find the difference between each xi values with the mean x bar, and we have to square it, and we have to add all the values divided by n minus 1. I mean the degree of freedom 7 we have to take it. So then we can easily estimate the value of the standard deviation s here. So s will be equal to 2.66. So now if I replace all this x bar, actual mean and n value as well as the value of standard deviation s, so I will be having the equation like t is equal to 0.25 minus 0 divided by 2.66 into square root of 8. So it will be equal to 0.6266. I can take it. Example number 2. The 9 items of a sample have the following values: 45, 47, 50, 52, 48, 47, 49, 53, 51. Does the mean of this difference differ significantly from the assumed mean of 47.5? So here we have to frame the hypothesis first. So actually we have to check that the mean of these differ significantly or not. So I'm going to assume that h naught will be equal to mu. I mean the null hypothesis h naught will be like, I'm taking mu is equal to exactly I'm taking 47.5. But I'm taking the alternative hypothesis h1 will be equal to that mean is not equal to 47.5 I'm taking. So I want to check the hypothesis is true or not by using the t distribution table. So now from the given data, I can estimate the value of x bar value. So x bar will be equal to summation xi by n, adding all the x values. Since they have given 9 observations, so n will be equal to 9, I can take it. So on summing and simplifying it, I will get the value of x bar will be equal to 49.1. Similarly, x square, we know how to estimate x square value. The formula is summation xi minus x bar whole square by n minus 1. So on simplifying this formula, we'll be having the standard deviation of 2.47. I got it. So now I can replace all these values in the t distribution formula under h naught. I mean I'm using here null hypothesis, since I took null hypothesis as that the actual mean will be exactly equal to 47.5. I'm using here. So t is equal to now x bar minus mu by s by square root of n. And on simplifying this, 49.1 minus 47.5 divided by 2.47 into square root of 9, I can take it. So on simplifying this, I got 1.943. So since the problem contains n is equal to 9, we'll be having the degree of freedom 8. So now I want to check the value of this degree of freedom at 5% level of significance. So from the t distribution table, at 5% level of significance and at 8 degree of freedom, the value of t will be equal to 2.31 will be having. So now if I compare this value with actual value, I got that it is I can conclude like the t calculated value, I mean this value is less than of the table value of the t distribution table, that is 1.943 is less than of 2.306. I got it. So if it is less than this, I can assume that h naught is accepted here. So always if the value of the obtained value is less than a table value, we can accept the null hypothesis. So I can accept that h naught is accepted at 5% level of significance. So I can conclude like there is no significance difference between x bar and mu. Suppose if it is greater than, means we can conclude like there is a significant difference between x bar and mu here. Example number 3. A machinist is making machine parts with axle diameter 0.7 inches. So a random sample of 10 parts shown mean diameter of 0.742 inch with a standard deviation of 0.04 inch. On the basis of this sample, would you say that work is inferior? So first let me take h naught is equal to h naught as null hypothesis, that is mu is equal to 0.7. I'm taking the value of mean is equal to 0.7 here. So it is nothing but there is no significance difference between x bar and mu. H bar is I'm taking the null hypothesis h1 as mu is not equal to 0.7. So now from the given data we are having x bar is equal to 0.742, s is equal to 0.04 and n is equal to 10. So under the hypothesis h naught, so I'm taking the formula for t is equal to modulus of x bar minus mu by s into square root of n. So on simplifying this, I will be having the equation like 0.74 to minus 0.7 divided by on simplifying this all equation further, I'll be having the equation like 3.16. I got it. So I got the value of t is equal to 3.16. So now I want to check the significance here. So since I got the value of t is equal to 3.16, the degree of freedom will be 9 here. So now at 5% level of significance, if I'm going to check the value of t of 0.05 at 9 degree of freedom, the value is 2.262. So it is obviously less than the calculated value. So the conclusion is that t calculated value is greater than the t tabulated value, that is 3.16 is greater than 2.62. So here we can say that the null hypothesis H0 cannot be accepted here at 5% level of significance, so that we can conclude that X bar differs significantly from mu, from actual mu. So hence the work is inferior. Thank you.